Yeah guys, like the video, subscribe. So let's talk about Andrew Jr. and this 15 minutes of fame that will soon inspire alongside with his plastic wife, man. I want to go in on Ruiz Jr. because I feel like lately he's been talking shit and crap. Or remember when Andrew Jr. had about 15,000 followers on Instagram and about 500 followers on Twitter? I do. In fact, 15,000, it took him about 10 years to even do that. And in one night, he got famous. Because of what? Because of Anthony Oluwafemi Olasheni Joshua. After Joshua lost to Ruiz Jr., he saluted the guy as a champ. You know, and Chris Manis wanted to interview Anthony Joshua after the loss to Andrew Jr., but Joshua declined it, saying that, listen, this is Ruiz Jr.'s night, let him enjoy. And afterwards, Joshua posted a picture on his Instagram account, Instagram page and Twitter page, congratulated the new champ, Andrew Jr., saying that, listen, it's your night. And a week later, Joshua came out with a video saying that, listen, nothing happened to me. I didn't make any excuse. I don't want to make any excuse. I lost. That was all on me. I lost fair and square. Ruiz Jr. has about 6 months to be champion, and then the belt goes up again in the air. Joshua was very respectful when he said that, and he never intended to insult Andrew Jr. He gave him all his props. Same as Eddie in amateur boxing, even though Eddie in amateur boxing was not happy that his cash cow lost, but he still felt the need to congratulate and big up Andrew Jr. But after all, he's the one that gave him opportunity, right? So, and after all the deed, after what Joshua did, said publicly, Ruiz Jr. still had the nerves to accuse Joshua of faking concussion sparring, of trying to manipulate things, of trying to say that, listen, of trying to create an excuse. Ruiz Jr. is an ungrateful human being. He's a buffoon for that statement. Because Joshua never accused or made any excuse after he lost that bout, man. So Ruiz Jr. is enjoying his 15 minutes of fame right now, talking shit about Joshua, a guy that made you who you are today. Because without Joshua, you'd be nothing. You fought Joseph Parker, your career did not move up. You fought Kevin Johnson, your career did not move up. No elevation happened. It was when you fought Joshua and luckily hit him with a punch in the temple. That's how your career rose up. Your profile, by the way, rose up. So every goddamn day, you've got to look at Joshua in the mirror and thank the guy. Or look at yourself in the mirror and thank Joshua. Listen, I know you are the one who won that bout, man. No doubt about that. But when you look at Joshua after he beat Klitschko in his 19th pro fight, he never talked shit about Klitschko. He never did that. That's why I always say that there is no one in every division or in boxing right now that can replace Anthony Joshua. Ajagba cannot. Ajagba was a Nigerian He will probably get some support from Nigerian fans, including my supporters were, which he has gotten from day one. In fact, I made people know what Ajagba. A lot of people didn't know what Ajagba was until I came in the scene and uplift his name, just like I'm doing with my bro right now, Rafa Akbajori, just like I did with Efitubo Apochi, just like I'm doing with Honorable Warime, because I want these guys. I want them to be known. I want their name to be out there. So, Ruiz Jr., despite being a champion, despite becoming a champion, the first Mexican American champion. I will say Mexican American, not Mexican, because he was born and bred in New York. Okay, he might be a Mexican breed for sure, just like Joshua is a Nigerian breed, but you cannot deny the fact that America made him what he is right now, man. Because if not, these people wouldn't be in America right now, man. Well, you can argue and say, well, the Native Americans have long been there before the Europeans went there, and before the Africans were taken from the continent of Africa, you know, unwillingly, you know what I mean. But Ruiz Jr. is not a Native American, because the Spaniards, when they go to Mexico, they impregnate, they raped. We have to understand that. Listen, I know a lot about history. That's why some things have meant to be discussed in my personal YouTube channel, which I want you guys to go subscribe to. Let's see here, Robert. Go subscribe to this channel, man. My personal YouTube channel, go subscribe. You know what I mean? This is where I want to discuss some controversial stuff, man. Controversial stuff. So it's not everything I want to talk. I would like to talk about here on this channel, because it might be too triggering for some people. So Ruiz Jr. is not a Native American, because the Spaniards, when they got to Mexico and other Latin American countries, all they did, I know about the Spanish people, the Spanish from Spain, because I've lived there, so I know the difference between Spanish and Latino or Hispanic. Hispanic people were colonized by Spain, or colonized by Spanish people. So when you see someone speak Spanish and say, "Oh, I'm Spanish," you have to ask him, "Are you from Spain, the country, or you're just an Hispanic individual?" Then you say, "I'm Hispanic." Then you say, "From which country? Colombia, Cuba, Mexico, Argentina, Dominican Republic." Lots and lots of them. There are many. Panama. So just ask that question. Ruiz Jr. is a product of rape, and a product. I have to say the truth, man. Ruiz Jr. is a product of rape. Okay, which means his forefathers were raped by the Spaniards from Spain. His forefathers might be the Native Americans, but they didn't survive in Mexico. Not all of them. So Ruiz Jr. is a product of rape. I'm sorry to say this, but it's the fact, man. Now, why am I talking this way? A few weeks back, I heard a rumor. I got a message from someone from the BBC FBI saying that listen and listen carefully. Ruiz Jr. is talking shit about Joshua behind scenes, behind closed doors. And I say, well, I don't think so, because the guy is a nice guy. He said, no, it's just acting nice on the outside. On the inside, it's not like that. He's just talking rubbish about Joshua. And I didn't want to do a video about it, but I did, gave a hint about it. So So, what do I mean by this, man? Why am I talking this way? The reason being that this guy does not even mention Joshua in a positive light after he won that bout. And he's forgetting that in a rematch, that belt will or might go back to where it belongs, man. And his 50 minutes of fame will be definitely over. Because Ruiz Jr. can never be like Canelo. I'm just saying it right through right now. Canelo is a Mexican legend, a guy who is a multi-division world champion. Ruiz Jr. is not Mike Tyson. Ruiz Jr. is not Buster Douglas. I'm just saying it right through right here, man. I'm telling you right through. Yeah, Buster Douglas did beat Mike Tyson, and then you know what happened. The rest, he got paid. Ruiz Jr., for him to come out and say that Joshua is not a good boxer, a guy who is an Olympic medalist, a guy who came from nothing to something, a guy who defeated the legendary boxer Vladimir Dr. Steve Hammer Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko at this current age beats Ruiz Jr. easy. That's a fact, you guys know it. So Joshua losing, on the other hand, is a good thing. Why? Because this actually shows you that, listen, it gets to show the people who were just being fake all this while, who were hyping up and talking about Joshua because they felt that, listen, Joshua bring views to my channel, Joshua does that, Joshua does that, I'm gonna go on the bandwagon. Why BBC has been a huge supporter of Joshua right from day one. And as a Nigerian, my support never goes away, that's for sure. That is for sure. And when I support someone, it is a do or die thing. Especially when it comes to Nigerian fathers, man. Because I know Nigerian fathers are going to take over the division. Rafael Akbejore, a Nigerian monster, I know right now knocking everyone out, is coming. People are just underestimating him. People don't know much about him. But once they start moving up, then you will start seeing some things get done. Because Rafael Akbejore is a force to be reckoned with. We also have Efe Ajagba. Efe Ajagba is a talented guy, very talented, very powerful, but his boxing skills is still not yet developed. Listen, Ronnie Cheers is a very good trainer, no doubt about that, but I feel like Ajagba needs a new trainer, a trainer that can teach him about being defensive. Let's say a guy like Peter Fury would do very well with Ajagba. Ajagba needs to be influenced by many or different trainers, including legends as well, get advice from them and then improve on it. Because the fighting game is just more than a power. You can have the power, the powerful right hand, the most powerful right hand, and then get quenched by an overweight guy if you don't work on your boxing skills. I feel like Ajagba is still young to learn, even though there are rumors that he's already modern, you know what I mean? So let me not go there for now. Listen, you have another Warime. Yes, we know he's no longer young. It's not like back when he was like 20 or 25, because he got into, you know, he got signed or he got the exposure that he had late. That's why another Warime, aka the Godzilla, his career did not actually elevate until his late 30s, man. Now, Ruiz Jr. can enjoy his 15 minutes of fame with his plastic wife until the king comes back and reclaim his throne. And looking at the training clips of Anthony Joshua, training video clips, I'm very much impressed by Joshua's movement, very much impressed by Joshua's jab, his reflexes, and I believe that he will be back. He will be back and be back stronger. At the end of amateur boxing, you learn from this. Boxers are very ungrateful, especially dealing with Heyman. Heyman, yeah, we know he's a godfather in America. He's the godfather of boxing in America. Has so much connection. In fact, that man or old man, I don't know how old he is, but Heyman, only few people have seen him. Hardly said a guy. You know what I mean? So, but what I'm saying is that at the end of amateur boxing went into the enemy territory, but at least Joshua still has a chance to reclaim his throne. Ruiz Jr. believes that Joshua will be easy work the next down. He believes all that. And that's good for Joshua, because Joshua is going to prove all those guys wrong. Since Joshua lost, there have been some people coming up and talking shit, some boxers who never talk shit, talking shit. And it's okay. It's okay to hit on a man when it's down. The reason why I believe that Ruiz Jr. will lose that bout the next time because he will get punished. Listen, when someone do you a favor, because Joshua did him a favor, Joshua did not have to fight Ruiz Jr. Did him a favor, changed his family forever. He changed his life forever. And this guy did not even thank Anthony Joshua once for giving them the opportunity. That's the reason why I think he's an ungrateful buffoon. I'm just saying the truth right now, man. And all the things he said behind closed doors has now been revealed. I guess all of you can see this now. When I talked about it, you guys said I was just hating and hating. No, I was not hating. I was just saying it. I was just speaking my mind. Listen, for him to say Joshua is not a good boxer, and for him to accuse Joshua of making an excuse whereby Joshua didn't. Joshua posted a picture of Ruiz Jr. on his official Instagram page. Joshua didn't have to do that, but he did it because Joshua is a respectful guy. He's a guy who is very professional, and whether he wins or lose, he tends to stay that way. And that's something you can even find. That's something you find in tennis. That's something you find in golf. That's something you find in football, but something you don't find in boxing. It's just crazy. Boxers are ungrateful, and I believe that the Unified Heavyweight King of the Universe and the Joshua will be back stronger to knock this big-headed, ungrateful idiot Andrew Jr. out, man. Listen, I know I went too hard on Andrew Jr. I had to, man. I had to, bro. As if not, guys, go subscribe to my channel, other channel, personal channel at boxing at Raymond F. Ogbede, my personal channel, and go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Blog Center. Follow me on Facebook at Boxing Blog Center, and follow me on Twitter at Boxing Blog. Stay blessed, guys. Stay humble. Stay hungry. Cheers.